Creating content for your business isn't optional anymore, it's essential for growth in 2025. But there's a critical decision that you have to make that will either drain your resources or accelerate your growth. Should you handle your content in-house, or should you work with a specialized content agency? Make the wrong choice and you'll waste thousands of dollars, waste countless hours, and miss out on the leads and sales that your business needs to thrive. In this video, I'm breaking down the real difference between DIY content creation and working with an agency with none of the sugar coating you'll see elsewhere. Problem number 1. Time investment. When you try to handle content creation with an in-house team or with an editor, time becomes your biggest problem. This is what typically happens. You start by spending hours researching content ideas, planning your approach. Then comes the recording and the constant feeling that it could be better. Once that's done, either you or your in-house editor spends days editing the video, creating thumbnails, optimizing descriptions, and optimizing for SEO. A single 10-minute video can easily consume 10 to 20 hours of work. For coaches and community builders who should be focusing on developing the product and serving clients, this time sink is devastating for your business's growth. With a professional content agency, your time investment drops significantly low. You focus solely on recording raw content, often in batches that takes only 1 to 2 hours each month. Everything else, from planning to editing to optimization, posting, is handled by specialists who do this all day, every day. The result? You get 90% of the time you'd spend on content creation without sacrificing quality or consistency. Imagine what you could do with all those extra hours of time. More client calls, program development, or even personalized time to prevent burnout. Problem number 2. Production quality. Let's be brutally honest, most DIY content looks amateur compared to your competitors. When you hire in-house, you're typically getting someone who's a jack of all trades but master in none. They might know the basics of editing but lack the expertise of ideation and script writing. The result? Content that screams small-time operation. The opposite impression you want to give your potential clients who are evaluating your credibility. Content agency gives you access to an entire team of specialists who each focus on their area of expertise. Strategic planners who understand your market. Professional editors with years of platform-specific experience. Graphic designers who create eye-catching thumbnails. SEO experts optimize for discoverability. A specialized approach creates content that heads toe-to-toe with any competitor in your space, regardless of size and budget. Potential clients see professional content that builds immediate trust and positions you as a trusted leader in your field. By the way, if you're a coach or a community builder who's frustrated with the quality of your content or the time to create it, there's a better way. Click the link in the description where I'll show you how we can add 10 to 30 qualified sales calls to your calendar without having to become a part-time video producer. Now let's talk about another critical issue. Problem number 3. Consistency and reliability. Missing uploads or having irregular posting schedules can tank your performance and audience growth, but consistency is exactly what most DIY and in-house approaches struggle with. When you get busy with clients, content is the first thing to suffer. In-house members take vacations or quit unexpectedly. Freelancers disappear in the middle of projects or get overbooked. They don't understand your brand and audience. Every time this happens, your content strategy basically resets to zero. Agencies are built on systems that ensure uninterrupted content production. Multiple team members are familiar with your brand and can step in if needed. Established processes keep everything on track regardless of individual ability. Project management systems ensure nothing falls through the cracks. Production schedules are built to resist unexpected challenges. Most importantly, agencies take their reputation on reliability. The entire business model depends on consistent delivery, which means your content schedule is guaranteed week after week, month after month. This consistency is what allows algorithms to recognize and reward your content, leading to compounding growth. Problem number 4. Strategic direction. Creating content that looks good is just one thing. Creating content that actually drives businesses' results is something entirely different. When handling content in-house, you're typically flying blind when it comes to strategy. Which topics will resonate with your ideal clients? What format will perform best on each platform? How should the content funnel viewers towards becoming leads? What metrics actually matter for business growth? Most DIY content creators focus on vanity metrics, like views or likes, rather than conversion metrics that actually lead to revenue. They create what they think will be popular, not what will attract qualified leads. Even worse, they're typically operating from limited data, just their own expertise, rather than insights from dozens or hundreds of similar businesses. Content agencies bring strategical depth that individual creators simply can't match. They track performance data across all their clients to identify patterns. They understand platform-specific algorithms and best practices. They build content strategies around businesses' outcomes, not just engagement. Every piece of content is created with a clear understanding of its role in your growth strategy, something that's nearly impossible to achieve with a DIY approach. Problem number 5. Cost effectiveness. Most business owners dramatically underestimate the cost of in-house video production. For a DIY approach, let's say your time is valued at around $500 per hour for most coaches and consultants. Software subscriptions about $200 per month, and learning curve costs dozens of hours learning new skills. Then you have an in-house hire. Salary about $1,000 for a decent video editor. Management time 5 to 10 hours per week of your attention. Training and onboarding around 10 hours upfront. When you add up all this, you're looking at about $10,000 per month. With all these headaches and inconsistencies we talked about before, working with an agency typically costs around $3,000 per month for a comprehensive service, significantly less than an in-house hire approach, especially when you factor in no software costs, no management or training time, no wasted hours on trial and error, no opportunity cost from your diverted attention. But the real economic advantage comes from results. When your content consistently generates qualified sales calls, it becomes an investment rather than an expense. Problem number 6. Scalability. What happens when your business grows and you need more content across all platforms? With DIY, you quickly hit a ceiling on what's possible to create. There are so many hours in a day and you can't scale yourself. With an in-house person, you face similar issues. They can only produce so much until quality drops or burnout sets in. Need more content? Now you're looking at hiring a second person, doubling your costs and management overhead. This scalability problem makes many businesses face an impossible choice: limit their content and growth potential or divert even more resources from their core business. Agencies are designed for scalability. Need more content? The agency simply allocates more resources from their team. Want to expand to new platforms? They already have specialists for each one. Ready for more sophisticated formats? The expertise is already in place. This allows your content to grow with your business without the cost increase of hiring new members. Whether you need 4 videos a month or 20, the agency molds to your needs. Most importantly, this scalability happens without additional involvement from your part. Allow your attention to remain focused on serving clients and developing your offering. We've covered 6 different problems with working with a DIY, content creation, and working with a specialized agency. The contrast is clear. One path leads to inconsistent results, endless headaches, and attention diverted from your core business. The other delivers professional content that actually gets you more leads and calls without consuming your time and attention. For coaches and community builders who are serious in scaling their impact, the choice is obvious. Working with a specialized agency isn't just easier, it's the strategic decision that will drive your business's growth. If you're ready to eliminate the content creation headache while generating 10 to 30 qualified sales calls per month, click the first link in the description to book a free call with our team. This isn't for everyone. We specifically work with coaches and community builders who have proven programs and are ready to scale their impact.